Very good morning, my dear students. So, in this PPT, in this video, I'm going to explain you Hotchkiss drive. Okay, what is the main function of this in a vehicle? Okay, so normally this type of drives is commonly used in a passenger car and that heavy commercial vehicles also. And this arrangement already I shown this arrangement I shown in the next slide figure in the figure. Okay, now it uses a two rear leaf spring which are longitudinally mounted and are connected to the frame by a fixed and pivot at the one front side. Okay, and swinging shackle at the rear end. Okay, and a universal joint is mounted at each end of the propeller shaft with a provision of accommodating the change in the shaft length due to the deflection of the spring. Okay, and this drive therefore the incorporate an open propeller shaft with a two universal joint and the slip joint. And the main function of this using this drive is it will transmit the torque from one place to another place, that is from the gearbox system to the wheel. Okay, that is the main function of using this. Okay, and it is a power transmission. Okay, so that I told already, the main function of this is to transmit a power from gearbox to the wheel, and it was dominated from the power transmission from the front engine rear wheel drive layout cars in the 20th century only. It will started it is using from the 20th century only. Okay, so this is about the Hotchkiss drive which will be fixed in the near to the back side of the wheel. Okay, so I told the leaf spring, this is the leaf spring, that is an axle. So that is about the Hotchkiss drive. Okay, so it is a simplest and most widely used type of the rear axle drive. So it is a type of rear axle drive. Thus, okay, the spring beside taking weight of the body also take the torque reaction, and it not only stand the weight of the body, it will also react the torque. Okay, and driving thrust and the side of the thrust. Okay, propeller shaft is provided with the two universal joint, also sliding joints, and the front end of the spring is fixed rigid on the frame, while the rear end of the is supported in the shackle. Just to look at in the diagram. So this is about the complete diagram of the Hotchkiss drive. Okay, so here we are using the two universal joint. Okay, and in between that one sliding joint is connected. Okay, and it is a all it is all this mechanism is fixed on the frame, and either side it will fix on the shackle, and that here the spring is loaded between two points, that is shackle and the frame. Okay, and the wheel is there near to this. Okay, so this is about the arrangement of an Hotchkiss drive. Okay, so in what is the main function of this is the axle is suspended by the pair of a longitudinally mounted semi-elliptical leaf spring which serves the locate the axle. Okay, as well as the support the weight of the body. So this is the main function of using in a trucks and cars. Okay, the front portion of the each spring functions like a trailing arm transmitting a down drive torque to the body and resisting a squat and the axle tramp. Okay, so see here, so it will withstand the weight. Okay, also it is a transmit the power from gearbox to the wheel. Okay, so the rear portion of the spring acts as a leading arm resisting wheel hope under braking, and not only this, it is also the stiffness of the spring also serves the resist the lateral motion by making the spring perform multiple duties. Hotchkiss drive is very simple and thus every cheap. It is almost very cheap. Almost all the vehicles are using this type of drive. Okay, since it has a very few parts, and it is also very sturdy, which is useful for the heavy duty vehicles like trucks. Okay, next, it will require that the spring are rigid enough to withstand the twisting action, that is a torque developed in the engine of the rear axle, and the driving and braking force that are spring transmit to the frame. And this type of the drive is common to the equipment you will encounter in the navy section, navy area, navy department. Okay, so the differential character, the main character, the differentiating characteristic of the Hotchkiss drive is fact that it is uses a universal joint at the both the ends of the drive shaft. As you observe in the diagram, there either side you are using a universal joint. Okay, which is not enclosed, this is always fixed. The use of universal joint properly faced and with the parallel alignment of the drive and drive on shaft allows the use of simple cross type of universals. Okay, so and it is used in pickup trucks and sports related vehicles. So this question is very important. Okay, now this drive is used for the trucks and sports utility vehicles. Okay, so the main function of this Hotchkiss drive is to transmit the power from gearbox to the wheel, that you understand this. And pick is this diagram is very important. Here two universal joint are using. Okay, so this is about the Hotchkiss drive. Okay, so this question is very important. Okay, I hope you understand this. Thank you. Okay, now, so just to observe this here, the diagram is there. In diagram, just you observe two universal joint will be there, and that you have to remember. So in the next slide I'm going to explain you torsion, that is a draft, that is a draft tube. So in that there is only single universal joint will be there, okay now. That you have to that is the main difference between Hotchkiss drive and the next system, okay. I think, thank you.